Good morning. My name is Nathan Luke, and this is my Adobe Premiere Video project for Dr. David Dalton's class, Designing Multimedia for Instruction. Today I'm going to show you guys how to briefly and basically set up a smartboard to a simple Windows operating system computer. The specific smartboard that I'm operating with today is from instrvideonateluke, and I'll be hooking it up to a Windows 7 computer. Hope you guys enjoy it. Alright, so this is the first step when trying to connect a computer to a smartboard. First, we're going to go to the back of the computer, and you'll see that I actually don't have the actual hard drive underneath the computer. I actually have a DVD player underneath the computer, but we can also hook the DVD player up to the smartboard. So that's what we're going to do first. We're actually going to get our audio-visual cords into the DVD player, hook those up. You'll see those are all in the right slots. Now, I didn't unplug the VGA cables because sometimes they're a little bit hard to get back into the actual computer, but you'll see that here is the VGA cable for the actual computer screen. And you'll see that it's running into a conglomerate of VGA cables, but basically at the end it's going to this little portion that says video out, and it's the one right there on the right side right here. Okay, now what is generating the video is the actual hard drive, which is right here. Okay, and you'll see that the VGA cable that's plugged into the hard drive is actually the one on the very left here that says video in. So that's giving us our signal into this relay box here, and that is what will give us the signal onto our computer screen over here as well. Okay, now with this relay box, you'll see that we have the hard drive VGA cable into it, and also the computer screen VGA cable into it, and this black one, black VGA that comes out of it, will actually be the one that hooks into the actual smartboard. Okay, but I'll get to that here in a couple minutes. A couple other things we need to do just to set up here real quick is you'll see that I have two USBs right here. One of these is to an actual mouse for the computer, and the other one is for an ActiveInspire software piece. And you'll actually see right here as well, we have the sound cord that will connect the smartboard to whatever the hard drive is generating. I'll show you the other end of where that cord goes here in just a minute or so. Alright, so that's kind of the basics of how you set up the computer to the hard drive and how you get all the VGAs kind of put together here before we get to the actual smartboard part. Hope you like that part. Alright, now that we have everything that we need plugged in back behind the computer, and we have everything set up into our relay box here, now it's time that we can start hooking up the computer and the hard drive to the actual smartboard here. Now, just for example, this is, like I said, ActiveInspire software, and I'm just going to do this as an example. Let's say if I just want my kids to walk into something incredibly hilarious one day, I'm just going to go to Insert Media, and I love Patrick from SpongeBob SquarePants, so I'm just going to insert that GIF image file, and then that's what they could walk into. Now, let's get to actually hooking this thing up. There's only 3 or 4 things that we really need to hook up here to begin with, and this is the relay box for the smartboard. So I can hook up everything I need pretty much right from my hard drive to this. Okay, so first we're just going to get in the audio-vis cables, and there's that yellow one here, and we see we have those plugged in. Okay, now next thing, there's 2 cables that I can get, and they're both on the floor here. This is actually a an auxiliary cord, and I actually have this little guy plugged into a set of stereos just in case my audio never or doesn't work for some reason. I can fall back on the stereos. Okay, so you see that's in the auxiliary portion there. Now, last thing I need to plug in, and I can plug this in directly to the smart board, is this little guy here, and he takes care of the sound, and it goes straight from the PC like it says right here. Okay, so those are really the only three things that can go in my smart board. The VGA cable, this big black one here that I mentioned before, it's actually running all the way up the smart board and to the projector right back there, if you guys can see that. So that's where that's going. Now, we need one more thing. We just need to make sure we plug in the smart board. It's probably the most important thing. Okay, and then I'm going to turn this on and we're going to see what this will look like. Alright, so now we have our smart board set up to the computer, and this is what my kids would be walking into if they walked in. And as you can see, I can look over at my computer here, and the exact same image is going on there. So everything's plugged in just fine. Let's say though, for example, if I wanted to write something on here, you'll see that my mouse it's pretty well calibrated, but let's just say I want to calibrate it even more here. I'm going to just simply click on this little icon and hit calibrate, and it's telling me to click on surface to begin. So that's what I'm going to do, and it gives me certain spots that I can click on or just touch with my pen here to calibrate my board and make sure that if I do write something down ever, it's going to be in the right spot. So let me just get to this one. There's usually 4 or 5 of these I have to click on. And then the last one, bam. Okay, and then you'll see I can just click on anywhere. That's exactly where my mouse is going to go onto the smart board. So I hope you guys had a good time, and I hope you learned something from my video. Say bye to Patrick. That's it, guys. Thanks a lot for watching.